Hey, what's up? My name is Rodney Cooper, and I'm the host of Locker Room Talk with Coop. This is the first episode, and I'm definitely excited about it. I got two special guests that's coming on. The first guest is my guy, Levi Randolph. He's from Madison, Alabama. He played with the Boston Celtics G League team, which is the main Red Claws. He played in Italy. He just finished his season with the Cleveland Cavaliers G League team, which is the Canton Charge, and he just signed his contract in Australia. For the other special guest, I got my guy, my bro, Trevor Lacey. He's from Butler, Alabama, played in many different countries overseas. He played in Russia, Italy, and right now he's playing in Germany. And he also played with the Milwaukee Bucks G League team, which is the Wisconsin Herd. So I'm definitely looking forward to having a conversation with these two guys, and I hope you guys enjoy the show. So check it out. Man, look, hey, this is the first episode of Locker Room Talk with Coop. I got two special guests that's on. I got my brothers, Levi Randolph and Trevor Lacey. These are the guys that I step foot on campus with, and I definitely wanted to, start this episode off with my brothers. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the show.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So first off, before we start, I wanted to talk about as far as the game yesterday when, Bama won the SEC championship. So I know, Levi, I know you was down there, live in person. So talk a little bit about, how it was experiencing it in person.
That was a great feeling. I mean, going from player to now I'm the biggest fan. So it felt great to be able to be at the game and be able to cheer them on. I've been seeing their development for a long time. So go ahead.
Because you've been developing them since they first stepped on campus, huh?
Nah, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm always in the gym when they work out and when they practice. I'm there all summer, so I do my off season in Tuscaloosa. So whenever they practice, I try to wait till they get done until I get on the court. So I watch them every day, man, and they come a long way. Coach Oates and Coach Nate did a great job with them. I mean, I know yesterday when they won, I felt like I had won too, just because
I felt
just the things that the program has been through. And I know a lot of former athletes, former Bama basketball players felt the same way because it's been a long time coming.
Facts.
When I was watching it on TV, like I was nervous at the end of the game, and then once they won, man, I jumped out. I was screaming myself. It felt like I had won. So it was crazy with that. So let's take it back a little bit.
I had sweat all under my arm and my text feeds. I had sweat everywhere. Big sweat thing.
I know you had texted me saying you was nervous.
I was nervous, but them boys was balling.
Man, for sure. So let's take it back a little bit when we was going through, in high school, going through the recruiting process. So what was y'all like thought process when y'all decided to play for Bama?
Well, for me, it was a long process. You know what I'm saying? Going through the ups and downs of recruiting, it gets exhausting and frustrating. You know what I'm saying? As far as still going to school every day, still trying to talk to different schools and where you pursuing to continue your dream of playing basketball. But for me, I had a little bird in my ear from Levi, who was definitely helping Coach Grant in the University of Alabama recruit. Levi was like I wasn't expecting, you know what I'm saying, Levi to be. That's why I decided to go to Alabama. And we did a great job. I had a great visit. T. Riley and Ben Evelyn was my host. Petway and those guys down there. You know what I'm saying? It was a great experience as far as like being one of the top players in the state and then going to Alabama and staying in state and trying to, you know what I'm saying, revamp their program. That process was just, it was a good time to be at Alabama, I would say.
The recruiting process was the same, like Trevor said, man. It's just, for me, for all of us, we could have went anywhere, but we decided to stay home and play in the state. We wanted to do big things, and we always wanted to see Bama basketball turn the corner. Like a lot of the guys are doing now that stay home and decide to be Alabama. So for me, it was hectic just because all the other schools putting pressure on me. But
right,
being from Alabama, you kind of want to, you got a lot of pride for your state. You want to put on for your state and give your family and friends a chance to be able to be there and be hands-on and witness, everything you go through. So, I mean, it was a tough process, but the decision, was I made a decision. I feel like that was bigger than basketball to stay home and play for the University of Alabama. I don't regret it at all. I mean, I enjoy my time at the university, and after I committed early. I just tried to go to work to keep my brothers there too. See if they would, stick home and go to Alabama with me. And we made that decision. I feel like we did what we could and roll tide.
Yeah, for sure. Because I know as far as so the story that I remember as far as with me and Levi, I know like we played with the Alabama Challenge together, and we used to always talk about playing for the same school. And for some reason, when Petway used to call us, I don't know where we got West Virginia from, but we used to tell Petway, like, man, we gonna go to West Virginia. Petway would be like, nah, stop playing, and all this stuff like that or whatever. But I would say,
I feel like on every trip we call Petway with a different school.
right.
Every trip we was like, what school we gonna tell Petway this weekend? We gonna tell them we committing to West Virginia. Then we say like Georgia or somewhere.
And then, man, it was one night Lee called me. Lee was like, Coop, man, I just did it. And Lee liked to play all the time, so I was like, man, you lying. The next thing you know, I'm looking at my phone. I see Petway, Coach Grant, all these dudes like hit me up. I'm like, dang, Lee the committed for real. So they had hit me. So I said, Lee, I got to hit you back. So man, I talked to them. They tried to bat me into the corner, and then I was like, man, I'm trying to weigh my options. Say all the stuff that we normally say. When we're going through the process. And then so I had got out the phone, and my mom, she was like, now, Rodney, now, baby, they not gonna wait for you forever now. so she didn't really understand. Like, it was still early in the recruiting process, and I was like, man, this is my brother. I play with him at AAU. Like, he's a good dude. And I was like, I trust him. I was like, man, why not? Let's go ahead and pull the plug. So went ahead and did it. We committed the same night, and ever since then, it's on and popping for sure. So let's go into so let's jump right into it as far as the funny memories. So we can have the fans, laughing. So what? This man already moving, man. Lee, don't say nothing crazy. So what's the funniest memories y'all can remember that we done had, amongst each other? And before y'all say anything, now don't get me in trouble. But go ahead.
Do I need to bring out my laptop and footage?
Nah, bro. Nah, don't do that.
What you got footage of, bro?
Man, bro, he showed me when I was in Teton. I was like, man, what you doing, bro? You trying to set me up?
Nah, leave
out the focus.
I think the funniest story, man. Nah, I got on my laptop. I got a video from when I got my bike stolen. Somebody stole my bike, and we couldn't find it. Lace, I don't know where you was at. But we couldn't find my bike nowhere. And it's just a whole video process of looking for my bike. Anyway, it's pretty funny.
Damn, you was a little kid on the block. They just came and took your bike.
My bike. Like Debo.
Not Levi. Levi Red. We gonna call you Red.
Right.
Hey,
it's like
I ain't gonna lie. To this day, when I'm in T-Town, I see somebody ride by on a bike. I'm like, that kind of look like my bike.
Bro, he used to say that all the time when we come from class. He was like, cool, that's my bike. I was like, bro, stop playing. Lace, what about you? What's some funny memories that you can remember off the top of your head?
For me, it's all basketball. It was the time when, when you getting recruited, what I'm saying? They dress it all up. Oh, we love to have you on campus, man. You gonna love it here. Everything just, flowers, daisy, just the good life. Well, once you get on campus, that ain't that, you know what I'm saying? That they're trying to, make you feel good, go out the door.
Right.
I wasn't there with y'all like summer school. So I kind of missed that, like, warm you up to, like, school or whatever.
Right.
I go straight to preseason. You know what I'm saying? We had to do them 10 suicides in 10 minutes. Levi,
it got real.
Loving it. You know what I'm saying? Levi, you just, hard work, man. Hard work. We're going to be better. Me and Coop in the living room, like, yeah, bro, do we even want to play basketball anymore, bro?
Right.
This is too hard, bro. Like the fact that me and you was considering going to work a regular job still to this day, just like eats at me. Like, bro, I really almost quit basketball because of preseason before. Like,
I already know what
that
Lee
shit
about to
was
say.
wild.
I can see. I already know what you about to say. We was talking about
The
looking into
funniest
like.
thing, about that whole thing, Coop said he wanted to go home and work in the factory.
Factor, I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was gonna say that.
Coop
Hey,
said, man, Coop was like, man, I don't think it's for me, man. I'm just gonna go home, give me a job, good job down home at the factory.
Bro, you
Brett,
think
nah.
you work hard, bro, but until you get to college, bro, you ain't really worked hard, bro.
I know people were telling me
Hey,
they was like, how can you prepare for it? I said you can't. You just got to go through it. You just got to go through it. And Lee,
It's
when
I ain't
you
gonna
like
lie.
was talking about like the warm welcome, like in summer school, what came to me is I think I don't know, Levi remember this. So you remember the first time when we got on campus and we had like Alabama get on, we had went to, I think it was Burke. Was it Burke when we was eating food? And like they
Yeah,
had
to
like some
break.
type of like cheerleading conference or something like that. So like everybody like, man, that's Lee and Coop, that's Lee and Coop. So we walking around and we were like, man, we can get used to this. So man, Lace, we was working out with Tyler Ruff. You know what that is?
Uh-uh.
The skills guy, he be working out like all the NBA guys or whatever. So
Oh, okay.
so me and Lee, man, we had got full. Like we had ate so much, bro. Cause we like, man, we get free food with that card. So we like eat so much, bro. So we don't even know what we walking ourselves into. So man,
Yeah.
Tyler had worked us out. Man, me and Lee about passed out. Like we seeing black spots and everything. Like we had a bad workout. Like we thought we did solid, but Tyler was like, after the workout, he said, man, y'all don't have a chance to play pro ball. He said, y'all don't have a chance to play in the league. He said, I don't even think y'all gonna be able to start for Alabama. And so we was like, bro, what? So after that, me and Lee, we was like in the room, like we both had that glare in our eye, like we felt bad. At least said, I don't like that. Lee said, I'm coming to the next workout ready. I said, I'm with you. So the next workout we was playing, I think we was playing like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. And Lee had like a couple of dunks. He going crazy. Then I was going crazy. I messed around. I think Lee threw me a lob and I dunked on Ben. so after that, after the workout, Tyler had came to us. He was like, man, y'all got a chance. Like, y'all can be special. Lee said, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Now, you were just talking about yesterday.
Yeah.
But that was a memory that came to mind with me and Lee. And as far as with Lace, it was like a basketball memory. So with Lace, of course, he was coming out that injury or whatever, so he had that weight on him. He had a lot of weight on him. So, man, during the timeouts, man, Lace used to be like, he'll come to those little chairs and he just sitting down hard. I said, bro, Lace, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill just sitting down hard. He getting the water. So we playing Tennessee. We probably like up by like 4 or 5 points. Man, Lace come and sit down. The chair, the legs from up on the chest bent out, and the chair fell. And Lace broke the chair. So Coach Grant just looking around, telling him, "Man, what's going on? What's going on?" And Lace done broke the whole chair, and they had to bring out like a little recliner chair. So I mean, I was crying, bro. I had just came out the game. I was about to bust out laughing. And you know how we are when the serious moments we find light in every serious moment. We don't know how to take stuff serious at times.
You know one of my favorite stories is when I don't know what game it was. I don't remember, but Coach Grant was so mad in the huddle, and he was going around. He got mad at somebody, and I think he was like boom, boom, boom. He started hitting them.
It was
And so
red.
he went
It
around.
was red. It was red.
He punched Red in the chest, and Red was like, "Oh!" And then he go around a circle. I think he hit like 3 people, and then he turned his back. I think he turned his back to Coop, and all you see is Coop flexed up in the back, like,
Hey, Lace. He was going in a circle. He hitting everybody, and I'm like, man. I said, man, he punched kind of hard. So I do like this when he swung. I was like, man, he finna knock me over.
Brace up.
I got a question for Coop. I've been seeing Coop doing a lot of running in 5K, marathons.
Yeah.
Where was this at when you was in college?
Bro, it's a
Man couldn't
mindset.
make it around the track.
Bro, I ran my mile in 5:22. Stop playing. I was out there by myself. I was out there by myself though.
We run like this. You know he gets tired. He put his arms.
Hey, that's how he run for real though.
Hey, Lee said, Coop, unfold your arms, Coop. Unfold your arms. Hey, hold on. So what's the most memorable moments on the court that y'all can remember that we done had amongst each other that the fans don't know about? Like like us getting off in the game?
T-Lace game winner and T-Red's game winner.
Can you remember the team? I know the team already.
Texas A&M.
Which one?
T-Lace. He had a couple game
Texas
winners.
A&M.
Okay. Well, okay. Talk your talk then, Lace.
I was just asking. I mean, I ain't know.
Wait, I got a question though. I got a question.
T-Relly's was better though. The half court shot was live, bro.
That was live.
Bro, y'all forgot the game. So with Lace, South Dakota State, when you hit the crossover pull up for the win.
Yeah, I'm saying that was solid, but
that was cold. No, the cold part about it was when they was giving us these like Nikes we had to wear, and they ain't let us wear like Jordans or like no shoes we wanted to wear. Yeah. You know, we was trying to hit like nice kicks on IG. Yeah. Man, Lace came out the gate like with the crimson foams on. Yeah. And bro, what the fans don't know, so after the game, what the fans don't know is we was in the locker room where he took the phones out, because they were brand new when Lace played them. When he took the phones out, took his socks out, every one of his knuckles was bleeding. I said, hey, you was cold for it, though.
I was like, man, forget that page, bro. It's too much pain. Look, the rest of the year, I'm wearing them little low-cut team shoes.
Yeah, right.
I ain't care no more.
Right.
Hey, do y'all remember this one? When we played in Birmingham, the neutral site game against Oklahoma State, our freshman year?
Okay, yeah, with LeBron Nash.
And BJCC.
Yeah, and so before the game, we had to get dressed. We all had to get dressed and wear our uniforms on the bus up to Birmingham. But I had to use the bathroom before we got on the bus. And we wore the white uniforms. Y'all remember that?
And what happened with the white uniform? What happened with the white uniform?
Tell
the story. Yeah, go more in depth.
Sit on the toilet. Go more in depth. Sit on the toilet and your shorts around your ankle. So I don't know if anybody else, when they wipe, they put the toilet tissue. Well, when I wiped and went to fold it, I dropped the toilet tissue, and it landed on my shorts. I don't know if the fans know. I think I had a stain on my shorts the whole game because they would not give me another pair. They had already packed everything up, so I had to try to wash the shorts on my own. Look, I don't know. Y'all remember that?
How you do with your own?
I'm saying. Yeah. Go ahead.
What?
Now you said won't understand or explain. Go ahead. Like what you do? You put the shorts in the
sink. And I washed them in the sink.
But I'm saying all that gear we had.
Right. We sponsored by Nike.
Especially with the football contract, Bama was up there with that gear at the time. You ain't think to ask for another pair or nothing like that?
I did. As a freshman, he said he was like everything's packed up. He's like, we gotta get on the bus, we gotta go. Because we was rushing. I was already behind. I'm late getting on the bus.
Yo, I just want to let you know for the record, bro, you're disgusting, bro.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You're disgusting.
For all the fans that gonna be listening or watching this on YouTube, Lee gotta use the bathroom before every game. That's a ritual. And we gotta wait in the tunnel before when Lee get finished. It's every game. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
It's been happening since middle school.
That's crazy. So let's
football.
Is it still going on today though? Is this still going on for Levi today though? Is what we want to know.
I got a better ritual now because now you get to the game a little bit earlier as a pro than you did when you was in college. So I know how to what to eat, what not to eat on game day, things like that. In college, you might eat a 10-piece before the game. In college, bro. I remember in college, I would leave after pregame meal. I wouldn't eat, and I'd go get something else. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, you would.
That wasn't the right things to eat, so now I got to use the bathroom, you know what I'm saying?
And then you'll tell me to come on, and I'm right with you. So, and then Lace already know. Mickey D's, Wendy's, we used to get right.
Hey, gotta give me an Oreo Blizzard.
Blizzard, right? The flurry from Mickey D. Hey, but look though, man. Let's switch gears a little bit. So I know you was talking about, Oklahoma State, and we played there at the BJCC. So who was like the hardest players to guard in college that y'all could think of at the top of your head?
Bruce Ellington.
Who?
Bruce Ellington, South Carolina. The receiver. Remember he played football, basketball too?
Yeah,
Oh
Bruce.
my God.
No, it's not. It's Ellington. It's Ellington. Bruce Ellington. Yeah.
What did I say?
I thought you said Ellis. Okay. Yeah.
Ellington.
Yeah, he was.
How many you had on?
I'm always going.
On me?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna always say Marshall Henderson, man. That he ain't had no like
Lee, no.
He ain't had no he ain't had no conscience, you know what I'm saying? So it's always hard guarding a guy that he can miss 20 in a row and he's still gonna come up and shoot a fadeaway three. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how can you stop that? Like,
and bro, and Lee was like the best defender, like definitely like off the ball as far as like different ways to get around screens. And I'm like, man, Lee go lock that up. Man, Marshall got hot during the time I said, I'm like, Lee. He said, bro, I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm right there. I'm like, dang, because Lee used to tell me, like, man, get skinny when you go around the screens and stuff like that. Because I can guard on the ball real good, but off the ball, I was getting hit with screen left and right. And Lee used to tell me, like, little tricks of the trade on how to get around screens. But I know.
You said you was a good on-ball defender. You said?
Yeah, I was great. Yeah. So I was a good on the ball defender. So me and Lee in the
I was just making sure. I was making sure I heard you clear, bro. I was making sure I heard you.
How was your defense, Trevor?
Right.
Me, I was there, bro. I was just there. You feel me? I ain't gonna act like I was that type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
What was your job?
My job was to put the ball in a hole. But you know what? We're gonna say that story for another day. You know what I'm saying? But look, I bought in enough. I bought in.
Right. We all average.
I was trying
20 and above in high school. And then we average 6 when we come freshman year.
I need you to put some respect on me and Coop name though.
Right, for sure.
What? We
averaged 30.
Right.
Y'all shot the ball every time.
Nah, we was percentage wise, we were what?
We both shot like.
I've seen Trevor play a lot of times, and Justin Pride, aka Cootie, would be wide open on the fast break for a layup, and all you hear Trevor, Cootie, Cootie, he ain't even trying to shoot the layup. He throw it back to Trevor for a 3. I could have got 30 a game that way.
But you gotta make it though.
Right.
If you shoot enough, you gonna make it.
Cootie ain't gonna throw it back to me, throw the ball back to me
if he knew you wasn't capable.
I ain't making a shot, yeah.
Man, I know.
I couldn't play that way at Bob Jones. We had to pass the ball 10 times before we could shoot.
Right.
I agree with you though. You was in the system.
Hey, Lace, you wasn't there then, but I remember when we played Duke. I said Jabari Parker, like he was going like on this trend of like 20-point plus games or whatever. So he had like this meter going on. So like we was playing on the Knicks floor, and like in my head, I'm like, oh man, if I could hold him to like 18, and then if I had 18, 20, I'm gonna be lit. I'm gonna be all over ESPN. Man, Jabari, it was one time he caught it off the block, man. He faced up so hard, had it behind his head and everything. I was like, oh man, he a pro. He a pro. Man, he hit me one time. He hit me one time and did a one-legged fade. It's like I seen like a baby Melo. And then Buddy was like he did. You said what?
Coop solidified him getting drafted. Coop solidified him going a lot of
bro, he was having this every game.
He was drafted anyway, but when Coop that game, he rose about 3 or 4 picks. What number he
Hey, but nah, I had him locked up until after 2 fouls, and then after that second foul, when I couldn't put my hands on it, was over with.
Yeah, he had the bag off.
I came to the timeout. I was sweating. I'm drinking my water. Lee had looked at me. Lee said, Coop, how is he? I said, bro, he cold, bro. He nice. He nice. It's nothing I can do.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That was the year I set out. So
yeah,
I was actually in the, you know what I'm saying, the ACC that year, and He don't feel bad. He was doing that to everybody.
Everybody,
I ain't gonna
right?
lie. He was doing
Lee
that to
acting
everybody.
like he could have
But
did some with him.
but the thing is, like, without like if he don't had them injuries early on in the NBA, his game was like a mellow. You know what I'm
Melo,
saying? Like
right?
he really got all that. He probably was more athletic than Melo too.
I believe it. Okay, I mean, I saw it firsthand. I saw it live. So as far as
Ooh,
like
Levi.
with like Alabama basketball, with them like winning regular season, SEC champions, and what Coach Oates is doing with the offense and the system and everybody being bought in, like what would y'all say as far as with Coach Oates, like from Lace, from you seeing him from afar, and Lee, you having a conversation with him in person?
He's a bulldog. I mean, his hard work mentality trickles out throughout the whole team. I mean, he's making sure guys get in the gym, making sure they're getting extra reps and just getting their shots up because that's what they one of their key points is the 3-point line, getting to the basket, and then if they don't got it, kicking it out for a three. And I mean, you see what's happening. I mean, it's taking him a long way, and I think just his hard work and his mindset is his team is taking on to it.
Mm. What about you, Lace?
And me from afar, just seeing like I mean, don't get me wrong, winning does bring happiness to a team, but I watched Alabama early on when they struggled like at the beginning of the season, finding their roles, scoring. They didn't shoot the ball particularly well, like the first maybe 5 games of the season or whatever. But you could just see once those guys figured out their role, and that goes to the coach. You know what I'm saying? Plugging guys in certain units that he played, how the rotations are. And once they bought into the system, I think when you play in a freelance type of offense like that, your
Mm-hmm.
defense is gonna pick up naturally just because, like, if you get a dunk or you hit a three, your adrenaline, your momentum, all that just, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like all that just plays in. So now they out there having fun and it carries over just throughout the team. And to see his system and a coach like him, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but all the guys that was before, all the players that played before him is probably wishing they had an opportunity to play at least a year or two with him just to, see how their game would have been in his type of system.
That's a fact because I know um, I can't remember what game it was. I think the LSU game this year. So like we was in the back and he was telling me, he was like, Coop, if you ever see me, getting on to a guy, I'm telling him to shoot the ball. Cause he showed the stats. He was like, man, cause he's an analytics guy. So he was saying like, in the first 10 seconds, these are like points per possession. Like these are like this is what we put up. But the last 10 seconds of the shot clock, like these are points per possession or whatever. So he's like, if you ever see me getting on to a guy like we rank like top 5 in the country in the first 10 seconds. So I want them to shoot the ball in the first 7 to 10 seconds. And I told him, I was like, man, it must be nice. I wish I was playing at something like that for sure.
We couldn't get a shot up until the last 7 seconds of the shot clock. Every If you go back and watch some of our games, like you see a lot of possessions where you hear the crowd 5, 4, 3. You trying to
hey, Lee said he used to love that because that's when he really can go in his bag.
That's a
you said
fact.
you said he ain't got no choice.
You ain't got no
Hey, with the way we play, we should just throw the ball and hand it right back to him.
I ain't got time to be out here trying to score on my defender and beat the shot clock. That's tough. Every possession, that's tough.
If we don't get no steal, no dunk, we might as well just like Lee said, get back to it and lock back up. Hey, so look, so as far as the younger generation, like I know like a lot of parents that I talk to, they're always asking me as far as like, what my son need to do to play at the D1 level and stuff like that. So besides the generic stuff as far as like working hard and get good grades, like what would you guys say are the actual steps that a kid need to take to be able to position themselves to make it to the D1 level?
Rule number one, I think point one is that you got to realize everybody's not going to make it.
Facts.
You got to see if it's realistic for you, if it's realistic for yourself. Secondly, I think the next thing is hard work. You got to, if you're not really naturally gifted like that, you got to put in the work every day. That's how I feel. And then the third one is just stick to it. Don't give up.
Facts.
For me to add, I agree with everything you said, but if I want to add one, you really gotta love what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't, like I mean, that all comes in with the hard work and dedication and all that. But if you just doing it because that's just the title of being good, then like it defeats the purpose because it's gonna get to a point in life or your career where you're working hard and you still don't see the results. You know what I'm saying? Like the results don't come as quick as you want them, and that's where like your love and passion for the game really comes in because it's like when things aren't going your way, are you still constantly like in love with it, studying, trying to work to get over them humps and them obstacles and adversity throughout the season to where now 10 games in, you done went through your little slump and now you done broke out of it to finally help your team make plays down the stretch to win some of those games. So I just feel like it's you got to be selfless as well. Like it can't
Right.
be all about you. And when you get to college, understand everybody is good. You know what I'm saying? You got to beat the next guy.
I mean, especially in college, I know like when I first got on campus, I'm like, dang, everybody nice. Like it's like everybody was like their best player, like the best player on their high school teams. So, and then like you was talking about as far as like putting the work in, sometimes you don't really see like the fruits of your labor. So you just gotta stay consistent. But as far as like, because I know a lot of parents, they ask me, because I see them playing on like these local AAU teams and they really don't know like what they need to do. So talk a little bit about as far as like the AAU process because like the kids just need to have fun, but like I feel like the parents need to know that it's a business that they're stepping into when they start playing like AAU ball and stuff like that. Because I mean, we feel like we getting like all the Nike gear, Adidas, Jordans, all that, but they really like using us to be like their walking billboard or whatever. And then on top of that, they want to make sure that they're like taking care of us so that if one of us, a couple of us get to the NBA, that they done took care of us all this time that we'll go with
Yeah,
their brand. So just
yeah.
talk a little bit about like the AAU process and understanding that it's a business behind it, but as far as what teams you need to look for.
I really don't know how that worked. For me, I mean, I don't know how it was for y'all, but probably the same as me. They kind of came and found me.
Right. Yeah.
I just was hooping. I mean, I didn't really play AAU till late because I played baseball, my whole life. But then, so they just kind of came and found me, and then but
So
I
you wanted to be
did
like
play
a
baseball.
Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire type of guy.
I'm like Deion Sanders. For real, I play football too.
Then you got the clips
Football.
though. That's the thing. You got footage.
Hold on, they're around here somewhere. I'm gonna get them to y'all though. Put 'em on
Okay.
there.
Okay. Lace, what about you?
But
Did
yeah,
like
so
did the AU teams come find you or like, how did that work? Because
it was
my
just
my
word of
process is
mouth.
different.
It was word of mouth. I was
Well,
just playing high school ball, then all of a sudden I got a call, come play with the Nashville
yeah,
Celtics, and after that I played some more, go play with the Challenge.
I started early, so they like kind of like how Levi they came and you know how it is and depending on where the hub of the AAU team is, they usually have what I'm saying, layers to their program, 17 under, 16, 15, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
in Huntsville, we had two teams, the Alabama Lasers and the Southeast Elite.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, Lasers was Nike, Southeast Elite was Reebok. So at the beginning, I was playing on like a rec team, you know what I'm saying, with my football guys. We Metro football, the Bulldogs of basketball. We didn't really like take it that serious until like a Southeast Elite stepped in. Mark Camaro, I never forget. He stepped in and was just like, "Yo, y'all need to be playing travel basketball. Y'all got a chance to like show the world that y'all can like compete with the best kids." You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
in middle school, I think my first real opportunity of like going to like camps and AAU trips, playing against kids from California, New York, Florida. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it just went on from there. So I started at a young age, and it definitely helped. Uh, the business definitely changed from middle school until once I got to high school and college. You know what I'm saying? Now is EYBL was we was like the first year, you know what I'm saying, of it happening in our class, like 2011, I think, or 2010.
Right.
And now like that's just the like you could like your parents have to be involved in that type of stuff because now like you market yourself. You feel me? Like with
Right.
social media and all that. So like if you in tune with all that, like today is way easier than what we went through back in the day.
For sure. So I know as far as for me, it was a little bit different. So I had to go try out for the challenge. Like they sent some in the mail, and like my high school coach was like, "Man, Coop, they sent this. You can go try it or whatever." But long story short, I ended up like scoring like 30, 35 in the scrimmage. Was like the first. Lee, you might not believe this, but like the first in sprints and stuff like that. And so they brought me on like towards the end of like the 15 and under team. So like I was coming out the bench, but I was like doing my thing, and so they came and watched me like my sophomore year, and then of course I did my thing at high school. Then they brought me on, and I think that's when I started when I met y'all. And but the thing was, it was like I didn't like they didn't come see me. So as far as for the parents and stuff like that, like you definitely want to get with a team that is sponsored by somebody to where they could put your kids in front of like coaches that are coming to see the games. Cause I know like a lot of parents that I see, they're like putting their kids in like these like local AAU teams when they're in high school. Like it's cool, like as far as like when you're younger, coming up, just having fun and stuff like that. But as far as when I think the process really need to start as far as being seen, as far as in the 15 and under and going up. What y'all think about that?
I mean, realistically, like that's when I feel like most people get serious about the sport, but that's really on like that goes back to like Levi saying like knowing your child or knowing who
Right.
you are as a player.
Mm-hmm.
If you see as an eighth grader, ninth grader, or 10th grader that this may be the path and I got a good shot at it, then that's when y'all you should fully like what I'm saying dedicate and prioritize y'all life around it and start to understand it and build that brand at that age instead of waiting for it to blow up in your face and it's too late and it's like okay now we
Right.
scrambling to try to put something together at the last minute. So it's like it just depends on your reputation.
Yeah, you're right about that because I know, like, just to piggyback off of what both of y'all was talking about. So I'm pretty sure that y'all, then train kids and stuff like that. Parents come to ask, "Can you work my kid out?" And the first thing I say, like, the child gotta want it. A lot of the parents want it more,
Mm-hmm.
like, want it better than the child. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing, like, both of y'all are talking about as far as like actually having to, they actually got to have the love of it and being consistent with it. So I'm definitely with y'all on that. So I'm gonna have both you guys back on like individually, like to tell y'all stories and stuff like that, because I really feel like it'll really impact people for them to hear y'all story and where y'all started from a kid up until this point. But as far as like the adversity side of it, that like a lot of people don't see, I really feel like the people that's going to be like listening in on this or like watching this video, uh, they need to hear that too. So what adversity up until this point that y'all done been through that y'all can share with the people like that? What some challenges y'all done went through?
I feel like for me, it's just every year, every season since I left high school, just trying to accomplish my dreams, accomplish my goals. It's like you get so close, but it's like they say, you got to promise, you got to work hard, knowing that it might not happen. So
Mm-hmm.
every day is a struggle for me as far as adversity, just getting up and continuing to work, knowing that it might not happen, but it could. So just having that grit, that tenacity to just keep going. I think that's the thing for me.
I agree with Levi as far as like on the court. You know what I'm saying, as far as working for something and knowing you good enough and knowing that you just wait for a phone call, that opportunity to get your chance to showcase your talent. But for me, I think as far as my biggest like adversity or what I went through the most was more so off the court. You know what I'm saying? Like when basketball is going well for you and life on the court is going well for you, you also still have to balance out your off the court life and off the court things that you do to keep you going as far as family, friends, your lifestyle, whatever it is you do to make you happy.
Right.
And for me, you know what I'm saying, it was a lot of stuff happening off the court with family health and stuff like that that kind of put a big speed bump in my road as far as if I'm still loving the game or still want to do it because of you're successful on the court, but then it's like, well, stuff I can't control is messed up at home. You know what I'm saying? So it's just
Right.
you got to find that healthy balance to stay mentally stable to be able to to put yourself in a successful situation to be on the court.
So what would be the biggest advice for like somebody at the collegiate level that has the opportunity to play at the professional level? Because I know like a lot of like the OGs that used to come back and play pickup with us and stuff like that. Like everybody used to say, college is gonna be the best 4 years of your life as far as like having fun. So I never did get that until after college, and I'm like, man, they should have. I wish I would have learned that earlier. So what would you guys say as far as like when you go to the pro level, like understanding that college was like the best 4 years for like having fun, not had to worry about like the business side of it, people lying to you, the financial side of like people that you don't know coming up trying to get favors and stuff like that. What would you guys say would be the biggest advice for someone coming from college going to the pro level?
I guess the biggest thing would be just to really believe in yourself to create a strong core of people that have the best interest for you and keep that core circle. Um, Try to limit adding too many people to your circle and just uh, stay positive. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
can have a positive circle, a strong circle, people you can trust around you, then I think you can have a successful pro career and keep people around you that are real, that
Right.
can tell you, when you're not doing good, they tell you you're not doing good. They don't feel bad about saying, "Hey man, you're messing up," or "Hey man, you need to pick it up." But they can also pat you on the back when you're doing a good job. So that would be my advice. Just create a strong circle.
And to piggyback off that, I think that you gotta understand that college is kind of like those 4 years is like a fantasy land. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like you really don't have a lot of responsibility. You don't have no bills. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like popular and semi-famous or whatever, but like that pro lifestyle, once you start making income and start making, uh, a few dollars off of your talent, that's when, like Levi said, having a good team to
Mm-hmm.
steer you in the right direction, far as making good financial decisions, when to say no, who's gonna tell you no, who's gonna keep you on the straight arrow, right path to stay disciplined and get up to do these things every day. Because in college you have a schedule, they print it out for you. You got study hall, you got class, eat this time, do this. Once you're a pro, all that's out the window. Now it's on you and who you hire to help you stay on track like that. Like there's no now if you good enough, don't get me wrong, there are people that's gonna be reaching out and trying to be a part of your brand. But if you
Right.
know what I'm saying, you come out, you may not play in the NBA or you have to come overseas where I am, you have to be, 100% disciplined and dedicated to bettering yourself, and you have to make those decisions on trusting people or not. And that's, what I'm saying, that's hard decisions sometimes because you think, oh, I should trust family or I should trust friends or should I trust this banker that just came out of nowhere asking me to invest in this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
just so many things that we weren't educated on in college
Mm-hmm.
that in the real world is like, you know, and you sometimes make a mistake and you can't recover from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the scary part about it.
Right. So I know they definitely talk about as far as like knowledge is power, but I said the second part to that is applied knowledge is power. And then like we were saying, we wasn't like really educated on like the main thing is just getting the information because like you was talking about with the banker and stuff like that, like me, you know, going to the business world or whatever, like making sure that because we have trust issues. Like we wondering when people come up to us, like, okay, what do you want? Like, what did she want? And that's a big thing for me. So, like Levi was talking about, like definitely making sure that you have the right circle around you, because you don't need a lot of yes men around. You need somebody that go check you and go keep you grounded. So, I'm with y'all on that. So, man, we in 47 minutes, so we go wrap it up. So I know you guys are doing a little bit as far as like off the court. Levi, I know you got a podcast as well. It's called the Backdoor Podcast. So let's talk a little bit about like what made you start that and what exactly it's about.
Levi got a podcast?
Yeah, he do.
Wow,
Right.
bro.
He ain't even bring us on. It's
Wow.
all good though, but go ahead, Lee.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
This gonna let me know. Hold on, my bad. Cool, I don't mean to cut y'all.
You
How
good.
many episodes you done had, Levi?
Right. That's the question.
I'm gonna get y'all on there, man. I'm working on this.
That ain't
Okay.
what I asked you, bro. How many episodes have you had?
We're gonna season 2.
Season two, it ain't got nothing to do with it. Hey, Lace, it ain't got nothing to do with the episodes. He on a whole different season. That's crazy. Boy,
Hey, bro. I've heard,
that's crazy.
bro. I've heard.
It's all good though.
I'm
But
gonna
Lee,
get
talk a
y'all
little
on
bit.
there, bro.
Huh?
Honestly, I really want to get it a little bit more popular. Then we're gonna, you know what I'm saying, do something
Right.
big on it.
Yeah. That makes sense. Right. But Lee, talk a little bit about the Backdoor Podcast. Like I done listened to a few shows and hearing your message behind like why you started, I think is a dope concept. So talk a little bit about what made you come up with that name and what is it about?
So it started with, when the quarantine hit, one of my coaches, he has a friend that works in production and it has podcast background. So he wanted somebody that could come on with him and just tell a little bit about the story and things like that. Somebody he can get a podcast started with.
Mm-hmm.
So my coach suggested me, and he let me, create the name, create the message, and pretty much we partnered up to where the Backdoor, my motto or whatever is called Backdoor, where there's just a lot of people I feel like are handed things right up front, like they have the easy way out. I'm not saying they didn't work hard, but they get things a little sooner than everybody else.
Right.
But there's some people are late bloomers. They have to go through something. They have to go. Takes them a long time before they finally find a way in, and they can't just walk through the front door. A lot of people got to go through the back door, and that's kind of how it's been for me. And just the Backdoor Podcast is something where people could come on and tell their story, tell their struggle, tell what they went through, how they got into where they are now, and what they're doing on and off the field, on and off the court, in the community, and just to speak, really, just talk about who they are and what they have going on.
Dope. Lace, what about you? I know with COVID and everything going on, I know the year prior to that you was doing, stuff for the kids as far as I think like a book bag giveaway or like school supplies and stuff like that. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. Nowadays it's hard to be the first of trying to do some type of event, around the community or for your city or whatever. So I just tried to do like, some of the other guys that's from Huntsville, Madison area, like Trey Flowers, Chester Rogers, Reggie Ragland, Levi Randolph, you know what I'm saying, Darian Stewart. It's a lot of guys from Huntsville that's been giving back to, the kids around the community. And I just decided that one year I woke up, talked to my mom about like giving back to the specific community that I grew up in, you know what I'm saying, in that area, and just to show that, you know what I'm saying, that just because you come from this area or this community, you still, you know what I'm saying, have an opportunity to like become something, be able to give back, and I just wanted to take a little load off of some of these parents' hands that was, that's working hard, that still come up a little bit short sometimes, and we all do. So I
Right.
just, felt that, what I'm saying. And then trying to push the message of like going to school is important and learning and all that type of stuff because, me going through school, like being a C average student, like I was just like there, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Right.
if I knew some of the things that I know now, I probably would have taken a foreign language more serious. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things that would help me now, later in life, being an international professional. So it's just like little things like that I just, those messages I'm trying to give back to the community and just keep striving to, show these guys that you can be successful if you want to be. No matter what, it doesn't have to be a sport. You can be anything. You just have to, use your resources and ask questions and just try to become whatever it is you want to be.
Dope. And what's the name of that? What's the name of like the?
It's no names. We just said like a Trevor Lacey giveaway. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I didn't want my name on it personally because I didn't want it about me. But my mom and friends, family just was like, yo, just, you know what I'm saying? Like stand on what you believe. So like it was just like a Trevor Lacey Foundation giveaway or whatever. And Levi came out, you know what I'm saying? It was a good time. We had the food going, barbecues, moon bounce, just to give people a time to just be free and enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more of a like that carefree type of like I'm gonna find something fun or funny and whatever it is, like and I just want to have fun and enjoy every day that I'm alive. That's just me.
Right. Got you. So with Lee, where they can if they want to listen to your podcast, is it just audio, is it video as well, or where they can find that at?
It's audio, it's out on all platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts. Check us out. Follow us on Instagram at the Backdoor Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at the Backdoor Podcast. Check us out. Hopefully we can have these two guys on sometime within their busy schedule.
Hopefully.
We're trying to get in touch with them to have a
Hey me, bro.
You see what I mean? That's why they asked these two guys here because they're too expensive.
And Lace, where they can find you as far as on social media or whatever you want the people to support?
I don't got no social media, ain't got none. Just pull up on me. I'm just playing. I have an Instagram. It's just Trevor Lacey. My name, no spaces, lowercase letters. But yeah, if you got any questions about anything or anything I can help with, you know what I'm saying, reach out. I'm pretty good at, getting back and responding to people. So just whatever it is I can do to help, or if you interested in business conversations as well, I'm here, man. Like I love learning. I love meeting new people.
Yeah.
Also, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Levi Randolph 20, Levi Randolph 20, and Twitter at Levi Randolph 20, and TikTok. I am Levi Randolph.
Bro, you got a TikTok?
You got TikTok, right.
But that's the first episode of Locker Room Talk with Coop. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. And make sure that you guys, let me know as far as who the next guest that you want on that you guys want on the show. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.